Hey, XRP holders, I want you to pay very close attention to what is happening right now because I think too many people are watching the price and completely missing the bigger story. Everybody wants to know when is XRP ready to explode, and you've probably seen over the last few days, it seems like it's doing that. But people really want to know, when is it going to be $5, $10, or hit $20 or beyond? But I think there's a much more important question. What is being built around XRP while everybody is distracted by the price? Because Ripple is not sitting still. Ripple has still continued pushing deeper into institutional finance, payments, tokenization, and digital asset infrastructure. And this is exactly what XRP holders have been waiting for years to see. Think about this. Crypto started as something traditional financial institutions completely ignored. Then they criticized it. Then they lined up to regulate it. And now what's going on? They're building infrastructure around it. That progression matters. Ripple has been expanding beyond simply sending money across borders. We are now talking about stablecoins, institutional custody, tokenized assets, prime brokerage, lending infrastructure, and connections between traditional finance and blockchain. And XRP sits inside an ecosystem being designed for moving value. That does not automatically mean that every Ripple deal sends XRP to $100 a coin. We have to separate hype from reality. But it does mean something important is happening. The infrastructure is becoming more serious. And recently, Ripple Prime completed a $275 million senior notes offering to help expand its U.S. business. So ask yourself this: why is institutional capital moving towards companies buying digital asset infrastructure if crypto supposedly has no future? Exactly. And then we have XRP Ledger itself. The XRP Ledger is increasingly being positioned for tokenization, stablecoins, institutional DeFi, and real-world financial assets. That is where this becomes interesting, because the biggest opportunity in blockchain might not simply be people buying crypto on Coinbase. The bigger opportunity could be trillions of dollars in traditional financial assets eventually moving onto blockchain infrastructure. Stocks, bonds, private credit, real estate, stablecoins, treasury assets, international payments, collateral. Imagine a small percentage of the world's financial system becoming tokenized. The networks capable of handling that activity could become extremely valuable infrastructure. And XRP holders believe that the XRP Ledger could become one of those networks. Now, does that guarantee XRP goes straight up? Absolutely not. Price can stay disconnected from fundamentals much longer than investors expect. We've already seen that. But markets eventually start asking a different question. Not what is happening today. What could the network become tomorrow? And that's why I think watching adoption is more important than watching every 5 minutes of a candle. Look at institutional activity. Look at tokenization. Look at stablecoin growth. Look at the XRP Ledger development. Look at Ripple's banking and financial relationships. Because if XRP eventually experiences another major repricing event, I don't think it's going to happen because somebody posted a bullish tweet. It's going to happen because demand, liquidity, speculation, and actual utility begin colliding at the same time. And when that happens in crypto, moves can happen extremely fast. So don't let boring price charts convince you nothing is happening. Sometimes the biggest moves are built during the periods when people stop paying attention. The real XRP story may not be the price you're seeing today. It may be the financial infrastructure quietly being built underneath it. And if that infrastructure reaches the scale XRP holders believe is possible, then today's conversation about XRP could look very different a few years from now.